The following moments may contain explicit language.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, there she is, the old Papa Top. Welcome back, everybody, to Uncanceled Culture. I am Porky.
The Louie.
And, of course, there he is. Everybody say hi, Crank.
Hi, Crank.
Hey, Bird. Gotta get some Crank, Bird. Oh, man. So, how's everybody been? How's your week?
Long week.
It seemed like it was a long freaking week.
Yeah.
For real.
Well,
Between recordings? Yeah.
Yeah.
It did, right? Didn't it?
Well, we recorded it last Tuesday?
Tuesday?
Damn, it seems like it was so...
No, it was Monday.
Was it?
Game one was what? Sunday?
I don't remember.
I don't even remember. I don't remember what I did 2 minutes ago.
It was
You want
Monday
me-
because I think it was Monday. Let's just say it was Monday.
We don't know.
Let's just say it.
It's Monday. Yeah, Monday sounds good. Monday sounds good. So, I mean, nothing's going on besides money flying out the door and stuff like that?
Well, we lost 2 family members this week. So,
I heard,
yeah.
man.
So, shout out to Maxie and to my Aunt MJ.
Apologies. May they rest in peace.
But yeah, it's just been a long week, bro. I mean, I think end of school year, the kids, Sabrina, finals, graduations.
What's wrong with Sabrina?
No, she her end of school year too. Like she had
okay.
she had her finals and she has graduation next Tuesday.
Oh, I saw the pictures.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot, man. And then we got my granddaughter just turned 3.
Oh, it's right. Birthday already.
Yeah, she just turned 3. We have her party on Saturday, so I'm like, dude, we just have so much going on.
Where's
Wait,
the party?
where y'all having the party at?
It's gonna be at my son's house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Well,
and people got voluntold to do stuff. So
Daddy.
yeah.
your daddy. Are you a zaddy? Do they call you zaddy? Does Sabrina call you zaddy?
No.
No, you're not a zaddy. I thought I was a zaddy, but it's more like a nothing, I guess. Well, actually, it was kind of bittersweet last week too. It was Boston's birthday, but he also shares a birthday with my dad. Of course, who passed away 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
Dang, that long already?
Yeah, it's been that long. So it's kind of bittersweet, He passed away 4 days before his birthday. Wow. But it was good. It was cool. We celebrate both of them together anyway. So rest in peace, Dad. Geez, and I mean, anything else going on? Crank? Nothing? Yet? No. No.
Work.
Work.
That's it.
Work. Well, I mean, the big thing, of course, going on is the Spurs. So how many games have we gone through then since Monday or
2.
Tuesday or however?
No,
3.
3, 4.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because we the last episode
yeah,
we
they're already
did,
going
we,
to game 6,
we
that's
were
right.
complaining about game 1, and the dude from Syracuse was telling us to relax because it
Yeah.
was just one game.
That's right. And then they win the next 2,
And then they won next 2, and then
and then they dropped game 4,
and then
they blew them out game 5.
the elbow heard around the world.
Oh yeah,
Literally, because they went all the way to France.
like the cartazo. What do they say? Cartazo.
Catazo.
Yeah, and I'm gonna blame Roger for last week's technical difficulties.
Debacle.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened, man. I really don't. apologies to the fans out there for whatever that was.
Both of y'all.
Hey, they're still fans. They still listen.
No,
man.
I will say we have at least a handful, because I've had more people comment lately.
Like you know, they're like a handful.
Are you sure those
They're like this.
And they're falling through the thing like water. Like, oh my god.
Are you sure those comments are not burner accounts?
Oh, they were
They're
from
not.
they were from Kevin Durant.
Right? They're not, because, well, I know that Porky has gotten a few. Where are you getting them on the YouTube?
I got some on YouTube.
And then you start getting some on
TikTok
Spotify or
too.
no?
No, actually,
okay.
Spotify, yeah.
So
man.
I've had like he's gotten a few on the YouTube and TikTok, and I've gotten some direct messages by cell phone. I'm like, comment on the page, man.
I see it, man. Like,
Texting me.
oh, go to TikTok. Go to TikTok.
Well, start
and
posting.
comment there,
Start
man.
posting the text on.
You would, I should, man. I'm
Screenshot
gonna do
it
that.
and put it on there with their name on top, so that way they can see who it's from.
Oh
Yeah.
no, bro! Don't put me on there, bro.
Well,
Don't put me on there.
so I was mentioning to you that I had a comment. So Stephanie reached out to me today, and she said she was commenting. She's driving right now, or they were going out of town. So she's like, yeah. So she's I'm messaging. No, she goes, I'm listening to the podcast right now because we're traveling. And so she goes,
that's the only time we need more people to travel. 'cause
yeah,
that's
y'all
the
need to
only
travel,
time they
guys, so y'all
listen
can
to it. I mean,
listen and watch.
When you're at home bored, like turn it on. Don't listen to it when you're driving.
Yeah,
Sorry.
don't get on your reels and start just going up and down. Go to us and let us entertain you.
Let it play in the background for about 5 hours. Go
Yeah.
through every single episode.
Exactly.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, she just said that she totally agreed with Sara about her take on the energy drinks, that the parents should be responsible for how much that they allow their child to ingest, right? But at the same time, she knew what she was doing. So she also said that, she has the same reaction to energy drinks that Sabrina does. But she says she can't drink them anymore because she's had, some procedures and stuff and done.
Ah.
So she really needs to kind of lay off of it. But she said that, yeah, she totally agrees with Sada. So I was like, yep. We've had a lot of people. I've had other people just, commented to me just, in passing, we're talking, and they're just telling me like, oh yeah, I heard that one, and yeah, I agree too. Or what were they thinking, drinking so many? Everybody kind of has the same reaction that we did. So
Yeah, I mean, and it's something that, I mean, it's not going away. I'm sure more will come out because they're not only suing the distributor,
distributors,
like
yeah.
they said, that they were just basically waiting to sue everybody else.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean that was a couple weeks ago when we talked about the Alani situation. Do we want to do the Spurs or do we want to go into the? I kind of want to do the Barbacoa
Okay,
thing.
let's do that.
I want to do the Barbacoa thing to get it over with because Roger, the guy from Syracuse last week, said this blasphemous thing. He said Barbacoa is better with Coke. Not
The
this
soda,
one.
yeah, the fountain or the actual Coca-Cola, yeah.
Coca-Cola. So I was like, okay, well, let's find out. Let's do this. So I posted something on TikTok, and I basically asked the question: Barbacoa and Big Red, or Coca-Cola? And we did get some responses. Now, just Tosh said avocados.
That wasn't the question, but okay.
Don't forget your avocados. Apparently, maybe it'll taste better. I guess. Now this is
Oh, that's Daniel.
Daniel. God,
Yeah.
I forgot his name. He definitely said Big Red with some flames.
Our son Daniel, yeah.
David Gomez Jr., Big Red, and I said always. Lisa Garcia, Big Red, always. And then Jay Pena 1 through 3, Coca-Cola with everything. And I just liked it. I didn't reply to it. I was like, okay, that's.
I didn't say hell.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
no.
It was like, so then G said Coke. That's blasphemy.
Yep.
And I said exactly right. Yvonne said the only answer is Big Red. Maybe Coke if it's in the glass bottle, which is the Mexican Coke, right?
Okay, I can see that.
The
I can
Mexican
see
Coke, yeah, I get
with
that.
with the sugar cane.
Yeah, with the real stuff.
The real
with
stuff.
the real stuff. And who knows, there might be some other stuff in there.
There might be.
And then Crystal said, well, she said Big Red or Sun-Kissed, which is interesting. And I replied, I guess I'm going to have to try it. So that might be something we might look forward to. If anybody else has tried Big Sun-Kissed with their barbacoa, let us know what you
Or
thought.
any other drink.
I mean, and I get it. I get the coffee, right? I get the coffee, but
See, and I don't. Like,
no.
I don't know, man. I think to
But
me...
do you drink coffee? You drink
Yeah.
coffee.
So, but I think like when I drink coffee, I'm having something sweet. So I'm either having like a pan dulce, I'm having the donut, even breakfast like pancakes, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I can have coffee. If I'm eating tacos, I need either a sweet tea or I need a Mexican Coke.
Yeah.
I need, you know what I mean, like something like that.
Yeah.
And barbacoa. So you mentioned this Sunday. I was asking my mom. We we're going through the family issues, the health things, and
Right.
waiting to see what was gonna happen. So Sunday I was like, hey, I know that you're gonna go see my tia, right? You're gonna go over there and be with her. So do you want to go eat breakfast? Do you want to go to lunch? Like, what would you like to do for Mother's Day? Because I was gonna grill, and I was but she said, no, why don't you just pick up some barbacoa? And I said, cool, I'll go get that. So I went, and because I was already on that side of town, because my first thought was I was gonna go to La Victoria, like we talked about, right?
Yeah.
But I was already on the other side of town. I was over there by Bandera and 410, and I was gonna go to Pepe's. But as I'm driving, I saw Teya's, and there was no line, so I went over there. Plus they have the my mom loves bean and jalapeno tamales, and they have them there. So I went ahead and got tamales, regular bean and jalapeno, and I got the barbacoa. And I go by, drop by, and I got barbacoa, Mom, and she's looking around, and she's like, no Big Red? And she's a big coffee drinker.
Yeah.
But her first reaction was, no Big Red?
Dang, you failed.
And I was like, dude,
You
I said I was
failed.
gonna grab it, and then I saw your tamales, and I completely forgot about the Big Red.
You failed
So-
as a child, sir. You failed as a child.
Yeah, I did. I did.
So did y'all go get it?
No,
Oh.
no. She was like, I made tea, so we had tea. We had some sweet tea.
Well, I saw another video. The guy went to, I don't remember. Oh, it was some small joint, like a real small place, and apparently it said
Coastal
that they had no. This one was small, like about the size of that refrigerator right there.
Oh.
Like, it was tiny, and they have a
Tiny.
sign on top of it,
That's what she
and
saw.
it said. You shouldn't say that to me. No, the sign on top of it said "World's Best Barbacoa."
Oh, I've seen that.
So the one guy that we were talking about,
Where was it? Where was that?
I
At?
can't. I didn't.
Area,
see it.
town?
No idea.
I want to say I've seen that on the southeast side.
So he went in and he tried it, and he said it was good. He said it was. I mean, I don't. But I mean, I literally, the place was barely big enough to hold like 5 people. But it said it was the best barbacoa.
Well, it's not that one that's over there, 1604. That 1604 in going to 181. The one with the with.
You said you saw it?
No, it was. I saw the TikTok.
Oh.
I saw the TikTok.
Because that one's so small that the line doesn't even go inside. It just stays outside.
I mean, it could have been. I mean, I should
And
have.
that one, I know that one always has I know it has a sign that says "World's Best Barbacoa."
They have it on top. Yeah.
So-
but I mean, the place is tiny. It was a white building. So
I think that's it. I think it's that one.
that one.
Yeah.
Well, he said it was good. So.
Well, I guess
But
we'll
what
have
is
to
it?
Another one.
Was it the world's best?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Because when you
that-
say world's best, that means over there in Tokyo and France, that barbacoa is just,
Trash.
it smacks over there, this barbacoa. Because it's like the world's best.
Is it Wagyu?
So
Not San Antonio's best.
So you mean it's better than Mexico's?
Yes. It's not Wagyu barbacoa.
It's not Wagyu beef barbacoa. I know it's not beef. I'm just saying, just plain. Yeah, well, let us know. Let us know.
Yeah, if you have
there's
any other
anywhere
drinks,
else. I
if you
mean,
any other barbacoa spots, any other.
the Sunkist was interesting.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I've drank like Coke or Dr Pepper or Pepsi, like if that's all we
Yeah,
had.
just soda, basically. You know,
But of course, the go-to is Big Red,
Yeah,
so you're gonna go to Big Red.
You
So
gotta have Big Red. I'm sorry. You gotta have it.
that's Sabrina's go-to, man. I'll be driving home and you want anything? Yeah, I already know, so I gotta stop at QT and get. She likes a fountain drink, Big Red.
Oh, she's one of those.
She's like, it's cold, ice.
Yes.
It's, you know, so I'm like, okay. So
I made that mistake one time. She's like, "Can you go get me a drink from the thing?" Now, as a man, she didn't say fountain drink. All she said was, "Get me a drink." That could mean anything. Could be a bottle. Could be a can. Could be whatever. She didn't say fountain drink. So, of course, when I get home with the bottle, oh, I wanted a fountain drink.
A fountain drink of what?
Dr. Pepper or something like that. I don't know.
Just anything,
Yeah, could be anything.
but just fountain drink.
Give me a glazed donut and a bottle of anything to go.
So I learned this, right, about Sabrina a long time ago. Her go-tos are either going to be a fountain drink. She'd rather not have a 20-ounce bottle. She'd rather have a can. Like, Pepsi for her always had to be in a can. Now, if she drank Coke, then it had to be like a Mexican Coke, right? So there was, like, different things. So I know. So if she ever asks for something, I know which one I need to go
She
get.
bougie.
Yeah,
she need that Mexican.
She is high maintenance.
bougie.
So
I mean, don't worry, Sabrina. We'll edit
So
that
when
out.
you go
We're
when
not.
you go and get fountain drinks, do you put ice?
yes,
Why?
to keep it cold.
Cold?
Because it comes out cold, but
comes
you're not
out
gonna
cold.
drink. You're not gonna drink the whole
Yeah, but
thing
you're also
all at once.
You're also getting less soda though.
You are,
True. Use the ice at home.
You could do
and then
that.
just pour it in.
Or maybe.
But
how
does it
about
have
you-
the same kick?
How about you just finish it real quick instead of sipping on it, so it won't get cold or hot.
My
Drink
go-to
it
is
fast.
iced tea, bro. So where I go, especially like I'm driving around, you know, working, visiting clients, doing whatever, I always have tea. So most of the time I go to Bill Miller's, right? Their
Don't
tea,
spill it on yourself,
I know,
sir.
right? Their tea isn't the same as the way it used to be, but that's my go-to. And then I have the mugs, the cups already,
Yeah,
you know, the tumblers. So it's $1 a refill. And just go over there, pay $1, and that's what I use is driving around. I mean, that's just my go-to. But
I've drank tea before. I like tea. I mean, I don't like it, but if it's like the only thing that's available, I'll drink it. But a lot of people drink tea. Like you drink,
Yeah.
you just talk about how much you drink tea.
And I would like to know who you think has the best tea, because I thought Bill Miller's used to have really good tea before.
TMZ has the best
Right.
tea.
Not anymore. You know who used to have really, really good iced tea? B&B.
B&B.
Because it was sweet. Like they threw a lot of sugar in that thing. You know what I mean?
They're like the Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
Oompa,
And they
Oompa.
made it the way I used to make it when you would go get unsweet tea at a place and you sit there like that. Like I think that's how they make their tea, man. Like it was that good. I haven't had it in a long time, but that was a go-to for me.
It's kind of weird that you bring that up because I saw this dude talking about how unsweet tea is not, if you add sugar to it, doesn't make it sweet tea. Because if it's cold, obviously the sugar's not going to dissolve. So
Well,
if you get unsweet tea and then you add like the sweetener to it, like it doesn't
Well,
dissolve. It just kind of sits there.
I beg to differ because I taste the difference.
But that's kind of true though, because if you do that, especially with sugar, I don't know about sweeten. I think sweeten low does evaporate.
Maybe
though.
It does.
because it's more powdery.
Yeah, but if you
Yes.
do sugar, you do stir it in there.
And it sits at the bottom. And maybe I'm just tasting the difference because I'm sucking up the sugar from the bottom.
It looks like one of those globes, snow globes. When you stop shit.
It's spinning, and it sinks to the bottom.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that if you're one of those people that get unsweet tea and then try and sweeten it with sugar or whatever, it's like, well, like, why would you get unsweet tea and then try and put sugar in it? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So
And I'll never get unsweet tea unless that's the only thing they offer.
no way.
That's the only time that I'll get unsweet
If I
tea.
thought I hated tea, I would not drink unsweet tea. There would be no way.
I have a buddy that we go to eat, and that's what he does. Like, we'll go for a work lunch, right? And let me have an unsweet tea, and he drinks it like that. He doesn't sweeten it. And I'm like, I don't
That
know.
is a special kind of guy. I mean, ooh.
I'm like, is that a white thing? I tell him. I do tell him that. I'm like, is that a white thing? He is white.
Where are you from, sir?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He is white. Look at him. White man can't jump.
White. About as white as that fridge right there. All right, so the Spurs. We'll glance over the main
Game
parts
2,
of
3,
what
4.
happened. I mean, we know that Wemby's elbow said hello to Nasri's face.
Well, let's do game 2. Game 2, they came back and
With a vengeance.
With a vengeance and won by 38.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
You know, I think that's what we've seen, the difference between the games. The ones that they lose, they barely lose. But the ones that they're winning, they're blowing them out. You know, so they had a 38-point win, game 2, that was on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then on Friday, I mean, it wasn't a blowout, but they won 115-108, but they were pretty much
They were
in control of the whole
that
game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wemby had some good blocks towards the end of the game. He was playing some good defense, altering a lot of shots, which is what you've seen all playoffs. Alter shots. He's not getting 10 blocks. He had the first game, he had 12 blocks, right?
Right.
But after that, you see he's not getting as many blocks, but he's still altering shots. And that's causing havoc, right?
And even in the last game, there were a couple of shots. I mean, they lost that game, but
Yeah.
even in that no, wait, not the last game. The
No,
game before
on
that.
Mother's Day, yeah.
Yeah. There were several shots that they took that were altered because Wemby's right there. And it happened, the previous game, too.
Well, that was in the first quarter. Because
Yeah.
in the second quarter, the shot heard around the world.
The elbow hurt around the
Yeah.
world. So we've been seeing it this whole playoff series. Minnesota is doing anything possible to mess with Wemby, get into his head. And, Wemby went, in the offseason, he went over there with the monks and, learned his, his wusa, his peace.
Self-control.
He learned, which is interesting because I just saw something else where he was letting his emotions show when Pop was still the coach, right?
Yeah.
And Pop would kind of have to pull him aside and talk with him. But Wemby was showing a lot of emotion. Very angry at the refs, doing all this other stuff. And now you can see the difference. Because if I sat here and I went like this to you, Louis.
Louis.
Hey, Louis. Hey,
What?
yeah, right? If I did that for 4 straight games,
Yeah.
5 straight games, let's just say 5 games.
6, 7.
What do you think you're gonna do?
I'm elbowing you right in the freaking chin.
In the
Yeah.
face. You're gonna grab my finger. You're gonna break it. You're gonna do something
Yeah.
because you can only take so much, man. The pulling of the jersey, the pulling of the hands,
The arms,
the unnecessary little shoves and the elbows, which is exactly what Minnesota is trying to do.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to ruffle his feathers, right? They're trying to get under his skin. They're doing a good job at some points because you can see, even though he's not lashing out, you can see how frustrated he's getting, right? He's getting frustrated. The difference you see, and the 4-letter network mentioned it, and I've seen other people mention it. You see the difference between him and other players, LeBum, SGA, right?
Bye-bye, bum.
All these guys are complaining all the time to the refs about you're not going to call this. He'll turn around and do this, and that's the extent of it. He's not complaining. And how many times has he gotten shoved to the ground, pulled, pushed, everything, elbowed? He gets up and keeps on working.
The fast break they were going on, Edwards yanks his jersey back. He turns around and yells, and then just keeps running.
Yeah.
Imagine if that was Luka. He would have just been standing there.
He wouldn't play.
He's still doing that on the sidelines. He's still doing that on the sideline, Luka.
So, they're trying.
So, yeah, you're right.
They're trying.
Everything that they've done finally, I think, hit its boiling point. You know, a lot of people were like, well, it wasn't intentional. Yeah, it was. I'm sorry. If you look at the video, you see him turn, and he looks first.
Yeah.
And then swings.
There was some intent.
There was intent. I'm not going to lie, bro. I mean, but like you said, who wouldn't have done it? Who wouldn't have because not only that, he got slapped 3 times while grabbing that ball. And still nobody was calling it.
There was like 2 fouls for sure before he did that.
Yeah.
Or even 3.
Yeah.
Because I think Reed
Reed
fouled
him, and McDaniels slapped him twice.
McDaniel had a hold of his freaking arm.
Yeah.
While he was, that elbow was.
You see Harper's face? You see Harper's face in the back?
See, and that's another. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I'm just saying. Everybody was saying that he made that face because Wemby hit him. He was already making. The face before he even wound up. Because maybe he knew because he was looking at
don't
him like,
do it.
And it was like, man, yeah. And it could have been worse.
You know, it could have
It
because
could have been worse.
I think Cranky mentioned it because I wasn't watching the game at the time. I think I was traveling. I was leaving from Sabrina's in-laws, and I was headed to my aunt's. Right, they were giving us the call. Hey, it's about time.
Yeah.
So I'm traveling, and y'all said, oh, he's gonna get ejected. Or he's gonna get thrown out. And I thought it was about a video that we were sending each other at first. So I'm like, and then I see something pop up on my phone as I'm driving. And so that's when I messaged, what happened? And Cranky says, he Karl Malone Reed. Well, if he would have.
Perfect example.
Well, hold on. That's what I'm saying. If he would have Karl Malone Reed would not have gotten up.
Oh, Karl Malone.
Reed would have stayed on the ground. He would have been taken out of the game. He would have been under concussion protocol. Because when Malone did that to Robinson, Robinson was knocked out. He looked like he looked like Wemby when he hit his face on the floor.
Out on the way down.
Yeah, he was already
If
asleep.
y'all remember that
Yes.
from and that was not it was a playoff series or not a playoff
No, it was
series?
a regular game.
I think we asked that question.
Yeah,
Now,
it was a regular
what
game.
was a playoff series was the Artest one.
Oh, on Harden?
On Harden.
Yeah.
Now, Harden 2
Oh, he was
out.
he was out.
Yeah.
So then that means Wemby's wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Because Nas Reed got up like nothing.
Yeah.
And you got to think about it.
Well, he can take a punch.
Maybe.
Right. You got to think about it. When you have 2 guys that are 6'5", 6'9", right? And they're doing that. And if they hit the head, you know that was their intentions because they're doing this.
Yeah.
Wemby's taller than this guy, and he's doing this, and it gets him right in the head. Why can't you say? I mean, I'm pretty sure the argument was he was just clearing out. And, well, he's just taller, so his head was in the way. You know what I mean?
It just
But if you
the
look at the
way it
video, it does look
happens.
intentional, bro.
Just
it does
the
look
way it
intentional.
happens.
But, like you said, it was, I think, who wouldn't have done it? Mitch said it. I'm sorry. As much as I can't stand this dude, I like what he said.
I'm glad he said it.
He backed him up, and he
glad.
said, hey, nobody's going to protect him. He's going to have to take it upon himself.
Yeah, because it was said that he was sending videos to the league office
And
about
pictures.
all these little things that was going on. I mean, you can see Wemby's arms, even Harper's. I mean,
Well, Harper was
Assholes.
bleeding on freaking
Yeah.
on what was Tuesday, right?
yeah, they
Like
had
a
to
gash.
stop.
He had like a gash.
It makes me think like, do these guys go to a nail salon, like get your nails done, or they leave them long on purpose?
I think SGA does. We'll leave it at that.
Is he a Blackhawks fan?
Chet would know.
We know who is a Blackhawks fan.
Yeah. So I mean, they sent the pictures and all that. So,
But in the good old days, how did they teach you how to rebound?
Elbows out.
and you protect the ball.
And you protect the ball with the elbows
right
out.
here
And if
to
you
your-
caught an elbow to the face, hey,
You were in the way.
Sorry.
but now nobody does that no more because of stuff like that.
What I don't like is that when somebody has control of the ball, you can jump on top of them and bear hug them, and it's a jump ball. How? How is that not a foul?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we had home
I have the
belly.
ball
Over the back.
I have the
Over
ball.
back!
I have the ball, and I'm laying on the ball. I'm stomach first on the ground with the ball under me, and somebody comes behind me,
Yeah.
and it's like jump ball. How? He didn't have the ball.
Do that again, Louis. Do that.
Be like when he talks, was it like this? Yes. Or like this?
But I think after so many of those little tic-tac non-calls, Wemby just probably said, "Oh, I see we're playing prison rules."
What is this? The longest yard?
That was a
No,
cable guy.
Cable guy. Yes.
Oh no! I thought,
You guys play here too?
See, we're playing prison rules.
Let's get it all.
Yeah. So I mean, and then even though he gets ejected, they're still in that game.
Yeah.
But you didn't. So you weren't there when he got ejected.
No, I wasn't.
So
I saw the video of when he asked.
yes, he didn't know what a
He goes,
flagrant two
what
was.
does that mean?
Yeah.
What did they say here? What does it mean?
He asked Harrison Barnes, "What does that mean?" Harrison Barnes,
Like, a big old alien hand went up there and said, "What does that mean?"
he goes like this. You're ejected. And you know what? And I liked his attitude.
But
He
he was
just
just like,
he just shakes his head. He's like, okay.
got up.
Nods his head.
Yeah.
He just said, all right.
Somebody said that too because they said, well, imagine if it was somebody else, they would have made a ruckus going to the locker room.
Yeah.
And he accepted his thing,
And
and it kind of makes you believe that
It was intentional.
Maybe it was intentional.
No, and that's what I feel too. I think the way he reacted, where he's like he understood the consequence that came from his action, and the thing is that it was a frustration move, but
Yep.
again, who wouldn't have been frustrated with how he's been treated the entire series?
Consequences
And
Yep.
repercussions.
And repercussions. So, well, I mean, and he didn't get suspended, which of course
I heard
other
somebody.
people were like, "Wah."
I heard it was a female. She said that in order for him to get suspended, that he would have to accumulate so many points, like from previous actions. From
And they
previous,
said that he has no previous.
and he has no priors.
Yeah.
Now that's why Draymond Green and all these other ones get ejected so quickly because
And get
They already
suspended.
they already have
they
that.
already have they already
Yeah.
have an overflow of points that they can't accumulate anymore. They just
So
accumulate.
anybody else need any?
Yeah, they just
I got
accumulate
some
so
left
much.
over.
Because it's not only from flagrant fouls, it's also from technicals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and I think another reason that he wasn't suspended was one, like everybody said, this was his first major incident, right?
Yeah.
And two, it was the beginning of the second quarter, so he pretty much missed the entire
That's what
game.
I heard somebody say that.
You know what I
too.
mean?
Yeah.
He pretty much missed 3 quarters. So they're not going to be like in college. Well, you're going to be suspended for 1 quarter next game.
Yeah.
You
The
know,
first
they're not
half
going to do
or-
that. Yeah. They're basically he served his sentence. Let's say that, and he was back to play.
But I guess the other thing to me is that, I mean, obviously people in Minnesota were probably upset, but it didn't seem like other people were that upset that he didn't get
A lot of people weren't.
things. Like everybody was just kind of like,
You know?
you know, it happened, you know.
'Cause a lot of
Except for that, what's that dude's name? The one with the hair?
Nick Wright.
That dude. Except for him.
Yeah.
He was all of it. Shut up.
He was one of the ones that was also saying that they shouldn't have lost the last game because now they're gonna have to go through Denver. Where's Denver at?
Where are they at?
Denver's where?
Yes, Denver's in
Galveston?
Hanging out with that other.
Well, we'll talk about that guy in a little bit. Don't worry, I'm gonna bring him up.
Oh God. So okay.
But
so
a lot of people were okay with him not getting
Yeah,
suspended.
and that's the way it seemed. That's why I thought it was kind of.
Yeah, I mean, even the four-letter network, I was surprised that a lot of them too were like, no, he should not get suspended.
Yeah, I didn't think it was weird. I mean, it's just, and everybody was like, oh, well, he didn't get suspended. I think more people would have been upset if he did get suspended. Then
I think so too. Yeah, because then it seems like they're orchestrating or they're rigging the series like what everybody says. If that would have happened, they would have been like, you just shifted the momentum.
You just
and
gave
it to
them
Minnesota.
the next 2 games, basically.
Yeah, basically, because then they had home.
Well, so tomorrow is game 6.
Well, then game 5 happened.
Well, you don't want to talk about.
And they blew him out by what?
Yeah,
39?
30 something.
I think 39 points. And, Wemby set the tone at the beginning, man. I think he had 18 points in the first quarter.
Well, yeah.
He only scored 9 in the next 3 quarters, but he didn't have to do much. Everybody else was doing it. They played good defense.
They were saying it was kind of like it was Wemby's apology game to his teammates. To his teammates,
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's like, sorry I cost us the last game. It was like his apology game.
Okay, he racked up 12 points. That when I went in the first quarter, like
he had 18 in the first.
18 in the first quarter.
But I remember,
And they were still only up by 4.
I remember hearing 12 points. I'm like, damn, he got 12 points already.
Well, that's when they took him out. When they took him out, they catch up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you saw the difference in the game from the previous 3 games, and then in game 4 after he was ejected, how they were just taking advantage of the paint. So
Yeah.
So he
As soon
does.
as
I
he's
mean,
out.
he's. I'm sorry, but he's a force to be reckoned with. And if he were to win the MVP, I don't think people would have an argument, or they wouldn't. I don't think people would be upset about it.
I don't know if he is.
He won't.
I don't know if he. Yeah,
He
may
won't.
not.
But
may
if
not.
he did, I know people wouldn't argue about it because they've seen the superstar that they said that he wasn't or he hadn't become and he needed to be. That he's been that through the playoffs. So
I think one
except
of
for
the
that 0 for 8 3-point
that
fiasco
fiasco
he had in game 1. So
which I was bring to a point was his efficiency. The amount of minutes that he plays compared to the amount of points he scores. I mean, he can play 20 minutes and have 16 points. Other people need to play 30 minutes, 35 minutes to get 20 points. And he was almost there in 20. So,
Or other people play 30 minutes and only score 8.
we know
or
who that
0.
is. He's gotten lucky a little bit, this guy.
I mean, he's hit some shots. I still haven't seen the defense, but he's hit some shots.
A one-legged Anthony Edwards is getting around him, man. And then people want to say he's a 3-and-D guy. Shut the hell up.
My son insists that he will be here next year.
I think so because he's signed through next year. He's signed through.
Yeah,
next year.
and the team has the option, and I don't think they're gonna.
But I mean, it depends too on how much is guaranteed in that contract. If it's like if he gets all his money before a certain date, then they could release him after that, after he gets all his money.
Right.
And then it won't hit it won't cost against him on the salary cap.
Only Cranky would know that because I do not understand how that works.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Game 6?
I just don't want them to like apparently Giannis is being shopped around.
He's been for the last 3 years.
And I don't want them to
Nobody wants
feel like they need to go after him.
well, they
for
were
some
going to go
reason.
after him.
And it's like you
After-
got
after
to
his-
think who you're gonna give up. You
After his
gotta
rookie-
give up 2 good players.
So what they
And
wanted
draft picks,
2 years ago, what they wanted 2 years ago, the Spurs were looking to get him after Wemby's rookie season. And what they wanted was ridiculous.
No way.
Right?
No way.
I mean, I think 2 years later, I think it's gone down a little. But he's still their superstar, so you know that they're going to want something big in exchange. So I mean, we have a 3-and-D guy that I think is available. If you want.
Please,
He's
put him
available
in
to
there.
us.
Hey,
Take him.
speaking of him though, did you
Please
see?
put him
Did
in
you
there.
see that he was driving downtown?
I saw
Honking.
that.
Was that him or AI? No, it was him.
Maybe it was his twin brother. Who knows?
Right? Hey,
was
you know
those
what
guys.
though? He ain't doing nothing. You're right.
It was probably his twin brother. I don't think that dude left the AT&T
The Frostbank
Center that fast?
Yeah, center and got there that fast.
Unless it was somebody that looked like him.
He
Besides
has
his
a-
brother.
He does have a twin. You know what? I didn't think about that. And it could have been, man. It could have been. People just don't know.
They ain't never gonna have
And all the people that he's taking pictures with, and you know what? I think it's the brother that's saying, "Let me help your image because they don't like you over there."
That's all you see. That's all you see. Oh yeah, we'll try to take a picture with Champagne, but he was being a jerk.
Well, that's been
Yeah.
the past few times. Have you seen the last 2 weeks? He's taking pictures with people at Ulta. He's taking pictures at the
Oh,
grocery
yeah,
market.
yeah.
Like he's literally taking pictures with everybody right
It's
now.
not him, man.
And it's either he
AI.
heard,
Oh.
he heard
Yeah.
us talking, or it's his brother helping him save his image
Or his
and
brother
taking
heard us
pictures.
talking.
Yeah, and his brother's like, "Hey man, they don't like it. We gotta go over there and do something." So,
Hey, bro, got something to tell you.
so let me ask: is Game 6 a must-win?
Yes.
Ooh, must win?
Yeah, I mean-
I would say yes. Just get it over with,
Just
man.
get it over
Just
Yep.
go all out, man. Just get this over with. It's because when would the next series start? Like Wednesday or something?
Well, Game 7, if it
Well,
goes
Game
to that,
7
would be Sunday.
Sunday.
So then they wouldn't start till Tuesday, probably
I would say
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I'm thinking Wednesday.
Depending on now that they screwed up the schedule, depending on what happens in the Easter Conference now
It
too.
would be Wednesday. It would be Wednesday.
Well, here's this is the other thing that I was talking about. So it's not necessarily about the Spurs, but I was thinking about how much the NBA screwed over everybody. So you don't have TNT no more, but you still got ESPN. They still show games on ABC, right? They're the one and the same. And then you have Peacock, NBC, and then you have Prime. And Netflix, but it was only that
Christmas.
yeah, it was only that thing, right? But you're making people spend more money
To watch games.
to watch these games. And the reason that I really thought about it was because my aunt couldn't watch the game because she didn't have Prime. So we were all doing something on Saturday, and they're like, "Hey, can you come over and put Prime on the TV so they can watch it?" So my sister was nice enough to give her Prime on there and add it so that way they can see it. And that's what really got me thinking. It's like, how bad did the NBA screw all this up? And to Cranky's point about the games, remember when it was just TNT and
TBS.
and ESPN?
Yeah.
There was a game every day.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what. And they would even say it. TNT was like 30 nights of basketball or whatever. So there was a game every night. It didn't matter. There was always a game. And that's the way the NBA set it up because they only had 2 people that were showing the games. And now it could be on any network. Could be on Prime, could be on Peacock, could be on NBC, could be on ESPN.
NBC Sports.
And it's like, that's how bad the NBA screwed everybody up.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's affecting them. I don't know, but I mean, there's a lot of people that are upset because even bars, like they got to go to bars, and the bars are like, "Well, we don't have the game because it's on."
Exactly.
Peter Piper's does.
They have good managers.
And
That's
not only that though, the streaming, but they also took off the home market channels. So like our FanDuel, our
for the first round.
for the first round,
Right.
Well, for the football players, they would still show them in the.
Yeah. They were still
No,
showing them.
They would still show them.
actually, it was only the first round.
Was it? I
Yeah.
don't know.
But you're right though that they took that away because why? They gave it to ESPN. They gave it to Peacock. They gave it to Prime. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, it is affecting a lot of people, and that's what made me think. Because I'm like, I had to go over there and I had to download it and put it in and log in and all this. And I'm like, man, what the hell is the NBA doing with this? Like, all because they want money. Peacock and Prime and all them are all like, hey, what if we give you this much money and then we can have your games on our network?
And that too, man. Like, how does that even like work? You know, let us have
You buy their contract.
That's what I'm saying though. But like, let us give you all this money so we can show the games.
Yeah, because
and
you're
make
gonna get
people-
money.
and make people buy it.
Yeah.
What if people didn't buy it?
Well, that's the thing. People are going to buy
Are
it.
they really? I mean, that's when people should like band together and like, no,
Riot.
we just wait till my update pops up on my phone. Oh, damn, they lost. Shit.
Or you can go to YouTube or TikTok or Facebook
And
because
watch
if somebody goes
somebody
live,
going
Yes.
live.
yeah, and
Yeah.
they're
Somebody
showing
going
it.
live.
They
Yeah.
do it all the time with even on Paramount now because of the UFC.
Yeah.
And there's people streaming it live on TikTok.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because that made me think. It's like, man, what the hell is the NBA doing? Like, but anyway, so what we wanted to do.
We'll talk about the Spurs for like 10 minutes, but we went a little bit past that.
Well, we talked about Barbacoa and Big Red too.
Yeah, for like 2 minutes.
We also wanted to stay under an hour, but I don't know if that's going to happen either.
we gotta. Now we have less time to talk about baseball.
All right.
Hence,
Well, you can't see it up there, but anyway.
you can kind of see it.
You
It's
can
in
see
the,
it
it's
up
in the
there
corner.
It's
Yeah, right there.
right there.
Yeah.
There. And the Cubs, of course, because
Of
nobody
course.
wants to watch the Red
The
Sox.
Astros
I don't
or-
even want to
oh.
watch the Red Sox. Oh, my God. So
They still have a team?
Yeah, they have jerseys and everything. Yeah, they have cleats and gloves and bats, and they have batting gloves, and they have the shin things and the shin guards, or what do you call it? The protectors. Yeah, they have all that. So we've been talking a lot about basketball, and of course, and Louis made a good point because we were talking about it before we started. That I mean, it's the playoffs and it's the Spurs, so they take precedence.
They do.
Precedence.
Precedents.
They
They take presidents too.
Yeah, and they take presidents, dead ones. What do you guys think of the season so far? Not necessarily for your Cubs, but like what are you guys thinking so far? The ABS, things like that. Like, is there anything that stood out to you guys so far this year?
Baseball wise.
I'm not really watching anything else but the Cubs. Why don't I watch somebody else for?
Yeah.
Who by
That's
the way,
like
are in first place in the division.
Oh, whatever. Never mind. Let's not talk about this. We'll move on. Next subject. No, I think it was interesting. I'm trying to watch as much baseball as I can, and not necessarily the Red Sox because they're not doing too well. But I don't know. We had mentioned it before about the ABS, right? There's been a couple of things that have happened that kind of proves whether or not the ABS was good to have or not good to have. And I think that these situations were actually good because there was one that was Rob Ruffschneider. Anyway, he used to be with Boston. Now he's playing with Seattle, I think. But so he got rung up on a called strike three.
Third strike, yeah.
And he challenged it, of course. And the challenge comes, and it's about 2 inches outside. So no, it was a ball. Very next pitch, boom, 2-run homer. So one of the other ones where I think where the guy challenged maybe 2 or 3 balls, 2 or 3 calls in one
Oh yeah.
at bat. It just recently happened.
Yeah.
He challenged about 2 or 3 calls in one at bat, and they all got overturned. And I mean then that one of them was like, you called that a strike? I mean it was literally like half a foot outside. He called it a strike. So I think he ended up getting like a double. After it happened. So is the ABS a good thing now? Are we seeing it? Because, I mean, I don't remember how we felt in the beginning of it. I guess we had to wait and see how it was going to play out. I mean, for some people, it's good. But for the umpires, it's really bad.
Yeah, and I think that's what I think it's making them look really bad. But you know what though? I think it's gonna make the MLB and the umpires focus more on their accuracy, because I think the umpires were becoming part of the show.
Yeah.
They were trying to control the game, not so much the way the game is played. They were trying to control emotions, and then how they handled things. They were ringing people up. They were throwing people out. They were arguing with managers and players. Like, when you see umps go from behind the plate, behind the catcher, and try to go towards the pitcher to argue with them, now you know that they're trying to become a part of the show now. You know what I mean?
Right.
A part of the entertainment. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dude, this isn't WWE, bro. Like, you're not. You don't need to be a part of this, right?
Time to play the game.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. So I think this is going to cause them to really focus on, hey, you need to get better or you're not going to be here. Because you're making us look bad. If I was the MLB, I'd take that stance. Either you get better or you can't call balls and strikes anymore, man. You know what I mean? It's just...
Well, I mean, now it's a good thing to have going into playoffs. I mean, playoffs are still far away, but imagine it now in the playoffs. Because how many previous years have gone by where that
games are
called
decided?
strike three to end the game was pretty close to being a ball. And now if they still have that challenge, nope.
And that's what I was going to say, though.
Bring it back.
If they still have the challenge, because it could still happen if they've already wasted their challenges and it didn't. You know, and I know we talked about it a couple weeks ago, and Crank brought it up too. He was like, well, when are they challenging, though? Because how many times have we seen in the first inning? I'm like, bro, challenge it. Like, that's way outside. That's way low. And they don't. And I don't know if the manager's telling them, no, let's save them. Let's wait till somebody's in scoring position. Let's wait until, you know, if you're the first batter or you're the third out and there's nobody on base, don't worry about it. Just let it go, and we'll save it.
Right.
Because I've seen some that are really bad, and you can see the player like is turning his head like he wants to do it. And what I didn't realize is they have a time limit too, right? To challenge.
It's only a couple seconds.
I think it's 3 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's 3 seconds. They have to do it really quick. If not, then they don't. Because I saw somebody do that. They tried to challenge, and was like, no, the time's already expired.
Well, I think maybe there was one or two where he didn't see it. But he didn't make it obvious. It was more like almost like he was adjusting his helmet, but he was trying to challenge. And then when he turned around to look at the umpire, and because he didn't challenge it, and he's like, "I didn't notice. I didn't see it." So things like that too can affect the game.
Is that his way of saying shut up and just play the game?
Yeah,
He's controlling the game still.
But getting ABS in baseball, that challenge in baseball, having challenge in sports in general, replays. Doesn't that tell you how bad officiating is?
In all sports.
In all sports. I mean, football, we had officiating since the 80s, and they took it away for a while. And they brought it back instant replay. Because you remember those commercials, you make the call.
Yeah.
So they had replay. They've always had replay in football, except for like maybe, I think it was like 8 year span.
Yeah.
In the 90s. And then they brought it back. And then they really brought it back when that pass interference call wasn't called against
New Orleans?
New Orleans.
and
Yes.
the Rams.
Yes.
You know.
The playoff game.
Mm-hmm. In basketball, they just recently brought replay in
That
basketball,
challenge replay.
challenging, because they're just getting bad in basketball. And now in baseball, what's the word? Like, coincidentally that they got it the year after they got rid of Angel Hernandez.
That guy was bad, dude.
It was like they told him, look, dude, we're going to need you to resign because next year we're getting ABS because of you. And we're trying to speed up the game. And if you're still calling games, this game's never going to finish.
You don't need 5 challenges in one at bat, Angel. Yeah, I can understand that. That actually got me thinking about another question. But anyway, I'll bring it up in a bit. But I mean, that was the thing that I thought about is can you imagine now in the World Series that last strike, if they still have that challenge, it's like strike three, no, challenge. Oh, it's a ball. Oh, right? And what if it does happen like Russ Snyder, and dude gets a hit, gets a double, gets a triple, wins the game, and it's like, and everybody's gonna wait, hey, ABS. So, I mean, I think it is good for the game. I think it's doing its job, and I mean, I guess we'll see how it is in the playoffs, but I think it's helping. I think it's good to have it now.
Well, Cranky was talking about what are they doing in the minor leagues?
Oh, now they're doing replay for check swings. So now the check swings, because we just saw a check swing right now, that dude didn't go around. If they would have had challenged, they would have challenged it, and they would have saw that
It wasn't a third strike.
They
Yep.
put like an image on the screen to where this is how far the bat can go.
Yeah.
Right.
And if the bat goes this far, then it's a swing.
Right.
So that's how they're doing.
That's how they're managing or checking
The check
swing.
which is what they did with the ABS, right? Didn't they start it in the minors for a little
they
bit
started in
too?
the
And
minors too.
They got to work out the kinks before they bring it into the big league. So, I mean, I think that's a good idea. Like Cranky said, you just saw one that was horrible. That the guy didn't go around and they rung him up.
I mean, same thing.
It just makes you think though, is it getting to the point where are they gonna do away with these guys? Because you can use replay to call outs at the bases too, right?
Yeah, you can challenge everything.
So I mean, at some
almost
point, do you
everything,
think they're gonna do like everything's gonna be digitized, basically, like the ball getting to the bag or to the glove before the foot touches the like it just makes you think are they gonna do away with I mean, of course I say no, right? Because you have to have it's part of the game, you have to have the umps there, but it's just as horrible as they are, man. I think they're trying to push them out little by little,
But
man.
I mean, instead of doing all this stuff,
Just
why don't they just start holding them accountable for their actions?
Find them,
Yes.
suspend
True.
them.
Investigate them, FBI, let's go.
they're pulling a fox. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, they're pulling up Shanti Billups over there in the NBA, man.
Shout out to Chauncey. I wonder how he's doing. Well,
Don't drop the soap.
my question was, so is there any other sport where the officiating umpires, whatever, affect the game more than anything? You understand what I'm saying? Like, to me, the NBA officials affect the game more than a baseball
I agree.
umpire would, or even football. And Cranky brought up a good point, or who was it? Both of y'all brought up the point about that Saints and the Rams. That was an obvious pass interference
Obvious.
that didn't get called. Way obvious. So those things, yeah, I understand. Like, okay, it didn't get called. There was no. I mean, if they go to the way the not XFL, is it XFL? No, what is it? The one we used to have here.
It wasn't a
UFL.
UFL.
It's
USFL
UFL.
or
It's
yeah,
UFL
something
now.
like that, yeah.
So now they can challenge that in that league. They can challenge a penalty. So they'll go back and they'll say, and like, okay, well, let's look at it. No, he was holding him before, or he didn't hold him until after. So they can go in and they can challenge a penalty.
Any
So-
penalty.
Yeah. And on any given, they can go.
Any given Sunday?
Like if somebody scores, and they have somebody that looks back at the video, that can say, "Hey, we challenged. There was a hold on that play."
That's crazy.
So
wow.
they can go back, and if they see that, that was a hold, bring that touchdown. Ain't no touchdown. Bring it back. So that's another avenue that you got to wonder if the NFL will ever go that route. Because
Well, that's gonna slow the game.
What if that would have happened in that game? In the Saints game,
Yeah.
that should have been
remember,
overturned.
after the Saints game, they did do challenges on pass interference calls.
Only.
And they did it for one season?
For one season.
One season, and then they're like, yeah, get that out of here, because everything was being challenged. Now, you think about it. You do that, right? They're going to have a limit, just like in the ABS,
Yeah.
of how many challenges they can get,
You
how many
have
times
to.
they can do that, right?
they do.
Because if not, you're going to, I know, but because if not, of course, it's going to slow the game down tremendously. But to me, I don't know, man. They've said it so many times. There's holding on every call.
play.
I mean, on every play.
That's what I was gonna say.
Everybody, there's always a hold. There's always an illegal something, dude. I mean, it's gonna happen. It is what it is. The refs, if they see it, they see it. They don't, they don't.
And especially when it comes to like playoff games, right? That's the most important part because that's what you got to get right. And I know you guys probably don't watch hockey as much as I do, but when it comes to the playoffs in hockey, you literally have to maul someone to get a penalty, unless it's that obvious to where like the guy pokes him
High
right in the
stick or something,
face,
yeah.
draws blood. If they draw blood, they can give them 4 minutes or 5 minutes instead of just 2. But it's blatant. I mean, it has to be completely like take the guy in, swing, blade to the face, stuff like that. Because when it comes to like overtime, I mean, that whistle hardly blows. So they do not call any bad. I mean, it has to be something really, really bad. And that's why I'm saying, like, I've never seen an NHL game that was messed up by the referees. Because, they kind of let them figure it out themselves.
I mean, but how many penalties can be called in an NHL game? I've never seen.
There's no foul.
you know,
I mean, they don't have no limit.
They don't have. I mean, what penalties can be called in an NHL game? I know there's offsides. I've never seen it. I don't know how that works.
Nobody understands.
There's icing. I don't know how that works. There's what else? Hooking. I think that's the only one that I know where they cook them with the.
So hooking is a penalty,
Yes.
right? That's 2 minutes. Icing is just something that you can't do because you're just basically trying to waste time. So you shoot the puck all the way to the other side of the ice. As soon as they pass the goalie's line, beep,
Icing.
that's icing. So that's not necessarily a penalty. But a penalty, obviously, like elbowing or high sticking, stick to the face, those are actual penalties where they can go to the box for 2 minutes. But like I said, I mean, I watch hockey, and I've never seen a referee blow a call and then say, "Oh, we lost this game because of the ref." No, they let those guys figure it out. And the reason that I brought that up was because NBA officials affect the game so bad.
But that's also the only sport that they allow them to fight
NHL.
until they pull them
And
apart.
that's the other thing. In the playoffs, you don't see that many fights.
Yeah.
Why? Because they want to settle it. They want to win the game. They want to, they don't need guys getting thrown out or 5 minutes because 5 minutes is
It's a long time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to bring up that point because to me, I don't think there's any major sport that is affected more than the referees affect the game more than the NBA. I mean,
It is not
we've seen that a lot this year.
I don't know how many officials are there in NFL, but there's the line judge, the back judge, all these judges, and you still can't get a call right. In NBA, there's 3. So when they go to the half court, there's one on each side of the court.
Right.
The bottom,
And then
under the
under the
basket,
basket.
and then 2 on the sides. Now, the one under the basket shouldn't be calling a foul at the top of the key,
Yeah.
And vice versa.
and vice versa.
yeah.
So shouldn't they have their own zone? Don't they have their zone? Like, okay, I got to keep my eye on this right here,
Right.
and then you got your eye on that,
Exactly.
and all the way around.
Because, I mean, how many times has that happened? Something happens down low. That referee under the basket didn't call a foul. But that guy that's out by half court was like, "Oh, no. Beep.
Out of the corner of my peripheral vision, I saw it.
There was a hold up here, but that one was worse." I'm going to call that one. Yeah, man. I don't know why. I don't know why it it's allowed to be that way. And I'm not talking about, SGA type stuff, I'm just saying they affect the game.
They do.
A lot.
They do.
Okay, I'm off my soapbox.
Well, speaking of Galveston, we mentioned Galveston earlier.
You little.
We had a guy, Cranky.
Yeah.
Who sent the video?
Right? I sent it.
No,
Yeah,
Cranky
one
sent
of
it.
us sent. I think you sent one. I sent one. I think
Yeah,
we both
okay.
sent
I
one.
saw a different one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we sent
yeah.
different ones.
So this guy who goes by Ghost of Galvez. So now I realize why it's Galvez, because he's from Galveston, right?
He is. I don't know the backstory about this guy, but it says on his profile that he lives in Galveston.
So he
I wouldn't
posts.
even put that on my profile.
Yeah, that's another thing we're gonna talk about. But he posted a video, and basically he said San Antonio is a cringe and embarrassing city.
This guy.
He says that the residents of San Antonio it's even below ghetto.
So it's got to be below Galveston then,
Gotta be.
because I don't know what gets more ghetto than that.
I don't know, man. He went on and on. And at the beginning, I'm listening to him, and I'm like, he's mad. There's something wrong with him. Like, something happened.
Yeah.
And everybody's asking, why? Well, because it's my opinion, and I have free speech. And but no, dude. And he's talking about how people are trying to move out of the city.
Right.
So he
exponentially.
Yeah.
He used that word, I think. Exponentially moving out of San Antonio. How do you know?
And I talked to a couple people about the video, right? And a couple people, some family members too. They were like
About
about what he was saying.
Oh, what he was saying.
And he was like, "Well, he's not wrong. He's not wrong, and he's not wrong." They keep telling me that, and I'm like, "Bro, first of all, look at the facts. He's not stating facts. He's stating opinion."
Hatred.
And basically, that's all he was doing was hating on San Antonio. And he's talking about how people are moving out and moving out fast from San Antonio. When
Not fast enough, I'll tell you that. Jeez.
Well, in the last 4 years, we're the fourth largest city in growth. 1.5%.
Not girth.
Not girth. In
Growth.
The fourth largest city in the United States.
Not the world.
Not the world.
Not like that, Barbacoa.
Not world famous Barbacoa. But I just don't. It just doesn't make sense. Like, how do you figure? I see San Antonio's expanding. We're building more apartments, building more homes. We're going out further. I remember when 1604 used to be Monte, and now there's homes and businesses and
It still is, but on the south
On
side.
the south side,
Yeah,
well,
yes.
Yeah, that's
You know-
that's neither here nor
I
there.
know, right?
But I remember seeing the picture, and I think somebody sent it too. I think it might have been the guy from Syracuse that was like, "Hey, this is what it looked like 1604 in Culebra, and then now look at it now."
Yeah.
Like, it's expanding. You can't tell me that people are trying to leave this city.
Nah.
Every single person that I've met and that I run into that's from another city or another state always say that their favorite city in Texas is San Antonio. Not so much because we have a lot to do and a lot to see, because we don't. Right? We got the Alamo
we
and
got
the Riverwalk.
Alamo, which is about as big as that refrigerator
Yeah.
right there.
And then you got the Riverwalk. And that's it. You have SeaWorld, you have Six Flags.
And
But-
screw you, OKC, for trying to copy us.
Yeah.
know, right.
But there's nothing like this. It's not a lot. But you know what the people like is the vibe of the city.
Yeah.
They like the it feels homey, not like the homies on Marbach, but it feels homey. Like, it feels like it's welcoming. Like, I hear this a lot. Now, I know they're probably not going to certain parts of town, right? But still, people like visiting here. And so for this guy, and even moving here, I mean, how many people are we getting from freaking California and getting from everywhere, dude? Like, they're moving here.
Don't California, Cranky's Texas.
Yeah. So this guy just hating, and then to find out that he's from Galveston, I'm like, and you claim that?
Proud, loud and proud. It's on his profile.
Galveston, the city that Barkley said with the dirty ass water, like that it's not a place to go for NBA players to visit.
If you got the EPA to go test the waters over there in that area,
You will be needing a couple of tetanus shots. when you get
Yeah,
out of there.
you're gonna catch rabies, or you're gonna catch that hantavirus that was on that cruise ship. You're gonna catch something, dude. Because man,
he was like, I can't believe that people, the water that washes up on shore, and people think that they're at the beach.
I mean, the only reason people go to Galveston is to ship out from there.
get on a
To
cruise.
get on a cruise.
Yeah,
That's the
get
only
out.
reason people
You're right.
go to Galveston.
They had a nice resort there. I mean, I've gone to the resort there.
had or have.
Well, I haven't been there in a while,
Did it
so I
get
think it's
wiped
still
out?
there.
So
But
past
Did
tense.
it get wiped out?
But the resort is the resort. You're not going to the beach. You're staying in the water, the pool, and the little water park they have there. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. But this guy talking,
Yeah,
you
this
know,
guy
I
was
commented
talking-
on his post and he didn't respond. He
Maybe
was
it was.
responding to a lot of people.
Yeah, he probably stopped his responses at some point. It's really like, I'm like, man, I was watching all his videos, and it's like, not every single video, but a lot of his videos were like going after San Antonio. I'm like, what does this dude have with San Antonio, man? If you hate it so much, stay away.
Yeah.
He's not even here.
I know. Go stay back. Like, what he's just talking smack.
He's
about-
closer to Houston and he's not going to talk about them.
Exactly. Jeez, man.
You know, I know people would probably tell me,
great city.
people would always tell me too, what do you have against Houston? Believe me, a lot. A lot. But I'm not going after them on every, like, you know what I mean?
It's just kind of shot every now and then.
Yeah,
you know?
It's not like Houston's on our mind,
no.
rent free.
No.
Like the people say.
Like,
you know,
like,
people
like
you
the
know,
way that San Antonio Spurs are on the OKC
sees
fans'
mine
mind.
rent-free.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
All day, every day.
And I can tell you this about this, about the celebrations. They are excessive. They're a lot worse than
There's a lot to be said about that.
There's a lot worse than what it used to be.
It is.
Are they actual Spurs fans that are doing it? I don't know. Just like Dewey said right now, there's a lot of people moving here from a certain place where what was more popular over there in that city? Yes, in California.
NWA?
Besides that, riots,
Riots,
you
looting.
know, now they're actually having a chance to do it without being illegal. So they're,
Yeah.
that's pretty much what they're doing.
Yeah.
There's people spray painting
I saw that.
businesses.
Yeah, the Go Spurs Go.
The Skechers.
Not only
stays.
that, you're
Yeah,
on
the
camera
Skechers
like a
does.
dummy.
Yeah.
So I
And
hope
not
you
only
got-
are you on camera, but then people are like, you have cameras, the businesses have cameras, and then you have everybody with their phone recording you.
and posting it, and you're there like nothing. Not even trying to cover your face. Man, he spelled it right.
I mean, I was gonna say the good thing is he spelled it right. Okay, that's the good thing. Well, I mean, and we talked about the celebrations, right? How they were getting kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw the
Before everybody else had talked about it, mind you.
yeah. You saw this last one where the truck was flipped over on Pleasanton and Military. I'm like, and my dad he was like, how did that happen? I was like,
exactly.
if they're just cruising and everybody's at a slow speed, like how did that happen?
It must have been a slow motion.
Cranky was mentioning, he was like, are they really Spurs fans? I did see though, because we had my granddaughters, we did a little celebration at Chuck E. Cheese on Sunday, on Monday or whenever day it was, Tuesday, right, the day of the game, and it was 8:30, 9 o'clock. No, it was already 9:15. We're leaving, and it was in the middle of the fourth quarter. I think there was like 3 or 4 minutes left, and we're already going down Military, and we wanted to see just what it was looking like
Right.
to see if it was already getting packed. And there was already people getting there, but everybody was already parked on the sides, and you saw people with their tablets, with their phones, sitting there watching the game. So I was like, okay, but again, are they real Spurs fans, or were they just waiting to see when the game's over and let's start doing all the the stuff? I don't know, but
Crazy stuff, man.
and for a while I was like, man, they're it's getting out of hand, right? It's getting ridiculous. We went. I'm gonna tell you, we went.
The irresponsible parents.
The irresponsible parents. We went. I think it was after game one, was it? Right? Yeah. I think so. We went after game one, right? And it was pretty crazy. But it was like, you know what, man? It was cool to see how everybody was excited and passionate, right?
That's what it's supposed to be about.
But the last 2 games that we've won, right away the kids are like, "Oh, we're gonna go," and I said, "No.
No.
If they win the series, I'll take y'all.
Maybe.
But we're not going after every game. This is getting a little. You know what? It's not only down Military and it's not only downtown. They were doing it right here on Marbach, in front of the HEB and the Peter Pipers. They were all parked there.
And people are still going to Commerce.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
And it's not as crazy. And I saw some lady posted something. She's like, "See, look at the difference.
The difference
Look at Commerce and look at Military.
Because you can't park on the side of Commerce.
Exactly. You gotta move. You gotta
Not
keep
only
moving.
that, Commerce is a one-way.
Yes.
So her point was invalid.
Exactly.
That was just. Then I was like, come on. I mean, yeah, that's not a good. Yeah, that's not gonna sit well. But
Is San Antonio ghetto? It can be in certain parts, but that doesn't mean that the whole city's like that.
that's the first thing everybody wants to
But
say.
what is
Ghetto?
Ghetto. Because when I was growing up, I saw Good Times. And they always said they lived in the ghetto. So that's what ghetto is.
Like
My bad
projects.
again.
Like projects.
Yes, the projects. It's just dirt poor.
Yeah.
That's the ghetto.
Yeah.
This is
not ghetto.
this is maybe trashy, maybe I don't know.
It's the them trying to make the point of trashy women, twerking and doing all that. Like that to them, that's ghetto.
Like the way
But
they change
when
it
did
there.
that become ghetto?
Yeah. They were flashing. They do that over there. They do that over there in Mardi Gras.
Exactly. Is that ghetto?
If people will say it is, though. I don't
Okay.
know. But, yeah, I mean, literally, the people were flashing, people were twerking, people were doing a whole bunch of stuff. I was like, oh, my goodness, this is...
I mean, the videos that came out and from
I mean,
this
nobody
last
was like
week-
this.
Yeah, look,
I know. Why aren't they putting that on camera? Putting everything else. I want to see some flashing. I want to see boobies.
Yeah. What are we waiting for? Yeah, the videos that came out after this last win were, and it was funny because Roxanne was the one that brought it up, and she's like, "Oh, you see the videos about that?" And I was like, "Yeah," but I wasn't encouraging it. I was like, "Yeah, it was a little too much." She goes, "Well, are you sure you watched it?" I'm like, "You really? Did you see the girls in that video?" I was not happy to watch that video. I was upset. But it is excessive. It's a little much.
Yeah.
It's a little too
It has
much.
gotten a little much.
I get the whole thing, and I applauded it earlier. I'm not gonna change my mind about it. I applauded it. I said, yes, go have a good time. We won. Go celebrate. Is it too early? Who cares? Just go do it, right?
Yeah.
But be freaking smart. Why do we always have to see a fight?
Oh,
What are you fighting about?
What
if
are
you-
you fighting
if
about?
you're celebrating.
If you're rooting for the same team,
What are you fighting
what are you
about?
fighting about? That he was cheering louder than you or something, or what?
I mean, what did he take a picture of your Ruka twerking?
We'll
over
put her
there
back in
on
the truck.
Like,
Yeah.
we'll get her in the car and put her seatbelt on.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Why? What is it? Are there still gangs in San Antonio?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
What could it be? I don't get
It
it.
had to have been that. It had to have been some prior beef or somebody looked at somebody's chick and said something and then it just became an issue.
Or what was that one you said about Fiesta that you might run into somebody that owes you money? That's probably what it is.
That probably happened. So,
Or a drug deal that went bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could have been. But
Well, you
I
know-
mean, that's excessive. Dude.
so
That's
I had a
excessive.
quick shot, and it kind of goes hand in hand, right? It kind of goes hand in hand with this, and I'll be quick about it, maybe, but so I had and mind you, I'm for the police, right? I'm for the popo.
Okay.
Do I like them all the time? No, right? But I'm for them, right? They're here for a reason. But when you get some people that want to abuse their authority,
Oh, okay, I know where we're going.
well, it's gonna go there. But today,
Today?
let me tell you what happened
Okay.
today. I'm driving to go pick up Sabrina from work, and I see a constable coming out of a side street, and there's traffic. So I'm like, I'm going to speed limit. I'm not worried, and I'm just driving. Next thing I know, I look up in my rearview mirror, and he's right on my tail, and literally riding my tail the whole way. And I'm like, bro, like, get off my tail, right? I wanted to brake check him, but I didn't. But
Stick your hand out the way.
so then I see him. I'm on the inside lane, and he goes to the outside lane, starts speeding up, and I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to get in front of me. Well, I'm going to speed limit. I'm not gonna slow down for you. I'm going to speed limit. You should have stayed behind me.
There's no law saying that you.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have his lights on.
Exactly. We're getting up to a light, and the car in front of me gets into the turning lane. Well, this guy decides to cut me off and then get into the turning lane too. Well, when he cuts me off, I honk the horn, right? I honk at him. Yeah, Sabrina laughed the same way when I told her that. So I honked at him. Well, this dude slows down, rolls down the window, does this to me. So I did this back to him. He rolled down the window, I rolled down the window, and he's like, "What's your problem?" I said, "You almost hit me. You cut me off and you almost hit me." I said, "Quit driving like an idiot." And he says, "Do we got a problem here?" I said, "Yes, you're driving." And there was two of them, so there was a passenger too, and he's the one that rolled down the window. And I'm like, "Yeah, you're driving, man. It sucks." And he kept talking, and I said, "You don't intimidate anybody.
You drive cars like a girl."
I told him, I said, you don't intimidate anybody. I said, I'm not wanted. I don't have a warrant. I'm not scared of you. What do you? And he just, and you could tell he was mad. Well, the light's green.
And
He's in the turning lane, so they're having to wait a little bit. Well, when the car finally goes in front of him, I still have a green light, and we're jawing back and forth. And I said, "To hell with you, right?" And I take off. I'm taking off, and he gets the red light. Mine's still green, so I stopped again. And I turn around. That's what you get. You know, my point is, what makes you think just because you're in a patrol car that you can cut somebody off, and then if somebody would have done that to him, what were they gonna do? Pull him over? If somebody else did that to you, like, you know, you're gonna honk and you're gonna be upset.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're an officer. Do they not expect that I'm gonna react the same way?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If they're not on a call, there should be
You should be driving. You should be driving.
Right.
Following the law.
Following the rules, right.
Yes.
Right.
You know, but
And not reckless.
when we're talking about authority, then we talk about what happened on military,
Yes.
where they had the mind you again, groups of people running in the street, dumb, right? That's dumb, and that is breaking the law. The cops were, you know, again trying to I guess get order,
Yeah.
right?
They're trying to diffuse the situation, which is what they're taught to do.
But then they're shoving, right? Which is cool. Okay, they're trying to push people out. But when you start pushing people while they're moving, to the point where now you have a lady fall, and then continue to push people, to me that was excessive. And then that's where I see you're kind of abusing your
That's
authority there,
a
man.
bit much.
You know.
Yeah.
And then you have somebody get in your face because you pushed a woman down, and you don't like it. You want to push him down, and then you want to tackle him and then arrest him. To me, I get, believe me, I do get the frustration sometimes because you have a handful of officers dealing with a crowd. And I get that, one, they have to have their head on the swivel.
Yep.
Right? They have to be cautious of what's going on, and they're trying to take control of the situation. I get it. But again, do it the right way. Do it the
Yeah.
right way.
Yeah, there's a way.
That's just mine. I got a lot of flack from
You
from
want
my
to be
family.
like Hooks or what from Police Academy? Please, back up, please. Is that what you want? I mean, come on, dude. These kids are there yelling at him and telling them off on the video, the camera, and stuff like that. Hey, you didn't get mad when Wemby elbowed. He just said, if I'm doing this to you, you're going to get mad, right?
Okay, I get it. But I was just saying, like, I get it, man. I believe me, I do. And I have a lot of family in law enforcement. And I got a lot of flack when I was complaining about it. They were like, dude, it's the people. And I'm like, and I get it.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
I do. And even some of my cousins who I feel act the same way.
Vortex?
No. Just, no, I know, right? No, like they're out there in the streets. They're out there, you know, doing all that stuff. But them too were like, bro, but we're not in the middle of the street. We're not
Right.
doing this. Like, it's the people. The officers had to do what they had to do, and I get it. It just, there was a couple things that I saw that I was like, I don't know if you had to take it that far. You know what I mean?
I mean, I do agree up to a certain extent, but when the people are acting the way they're acting,
Yeah.
they have to have their head on a swivel. I don't think anybody's going to be dumb enough to do something that they shouldn't be doing. Like, you know, as the cop is taking care of something and they're coming up behind them or doing something, you know. I don't know, man. It's the people.
It is.
But the cops at some point do have to say, you know, or get a taser out, you know.
Well, they had the SWAT out there with the
They
paintball
do.
guns, or
where they had paintball guns.
you know, and they were already getting mad
Yeah.
because they were shooting at that.
But here's the we gotta go. But it shouldn't be that far. It shouldn't get to that point.
It shouldn't.
We don't need SWAT.
And this is why
military.
And this is why we
people.
said that people
We don't need it.
took it so far that we knew this was going to happen.
That's
like
too
I was
much.
saying, when we left Chuck E. Cheese, we're driving down Military. They already had intersections blocked off. The police did.
Yeah.
As you're driving, you're getting to where the Bolero is on Commercial, and you get to the QT that's on 35, and there was 15 cop cars in each location getting ready for everybody that's going to be out there. And I'm like, you really are going to have. That's just what we saw there, mind you. Whatever else there was, further down, that's already 30 police cars out there because of this.
It's too much.
That's too much. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, and this is what I'm saying, which I get that what the guy was saying, where San Antonio, yeah, I think the people caused that because there wasn't that many cops the first series.
Nope.
Because people were acting, they were honking, they were hanging out of cars, they were doing that stuff. But once you started to see people light the street on fire, shooting fireworks.
They're just walking up and down the street like if the street's closed. Like
Right.
if it was 6th Street. Remember 6th Street back in the day?
Or Vegas, yeah.
But it's not. You still got to make way for. I mean, there still might be people that are actually trying to get home.
Bro, when we were...
They're getting out of work. They want to go home.
This is crazy. We were
Exactly.
driving when we were downtown. Well, not downtown. We were down Military, and we went to the whole celebration, the honky. There was a Via bus stuck in traffic.
Was he honking?
No, he was just there. You could tell he was frustrated, man, because he was just trying to get through, dude.
Like, let me go.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Oh
Anyways.
my God. No, that's it. We're done.
We're done.
Thanks for listening. Hey, UnityStreamMedia.net. Make sure you go there. Go to amplify your brand. Still definitely looking for sponsors. Work with us. We'll work with you. And let's grow together. Not that kind of grow, but we'll grow. Anything else, guys?
You just said we got finished.
No, I have. You know I have to. You know I have to, Crank. You know it. All right, that's it. Peace.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.
Cranky yelling at me over here.